to a third semi-final. So our next match is a men's singles. The number 5 seed Lin Dan of China, and he's up against Kento Momota of Japan. This is a battle of the left-handers. There is Lin Dan, a mega star in the sport of badminton. 2-time and reigning Olympic champion, 5-time world champion, 8 All-England finals, having won this title on 5 previous occasions. In fact, it's his first appearance here at the All-England since his last title win in 2012.
Okay. Thank you.
Christoph Oswald of Germany, our umpire for our second quarter-final. So Lin Dan, as I say, is the number 5 seed. He's number 6 in the world ranking at the moment. And his win-loss record for last year, 6 finals from 8 tournaments played. The winner of 5 titles, the China Masters Grand Prix Gold, the Asian Championships, the Australian Super Series, the Chinese Taipei Grand Prix Gold, and of course a second gold medal at the Asian Games. Well, he's had to fight his way through to this quarter final because against Wei Nan of Hong Kong in the first round, dropped the second game, as you can see, 12-21. Hour and 3 minutes for that first round opponent. And in the second round, he defeated his teammate, another left-hander, Tian Haowei. Haowei, of course, who's the 2009 World Junior Champion, and that was far more convincing, 2 straight games. So to Kento Momota, 20 years of age, 11 years the junior of his opponent, and he is down 1 place in the world ranking this week, down to 15, but he is the highest ranked Japanese player on the world ranking. He was a quarter-finalist last year, so of course this is a second consecutive All-England quarter-final. A year ago he lost to the eventual champion Lee Chong-wei in 2 straight games. Now, as far as his path through to today's quarter-final, well, he had a sensational victory in the very first round against the number 4 seed, Shrikant Kidambi, who sensationally won the China Premier Super Series at the end of last year. Then in the second round, he had to play a left-hander, Mark Schwiebler, a former European champion. Again, that was 3 games. So, over an hour for both of his matches so far. So Christoph Oswald from Germany and Bert van Horenbeck of Belgium, our service judge. Only 5 seeds left in the men's singles draw.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Kento Momota, Japan. And on my left, Lin Dan, China. Lin Dan to serve, level, play.
So the former champion, Lin Dan of China, nearest to us as we look down on the court, getting this quarter-final match underway. This is the first meeting between these 2 men.
1 love.
And part of that, I guess, Steen, is the fact that Lin Dan has not played an awful lot of tournaments over the last 2 years. In 2012, after winning his second consecutive Olympic gold medal, well, the whole of 2012, he only played 7 tournaments. 2013, he only played 2 tournaments. And last year, played, as I say, just 8 tournaments. So he hasn't been that busy on the world tour. He's taken some time out, the 31-year-old from Longyan. near Fuzhou.
I think from his perspective it's quite understandable that he needs to reload and get new motivation, but of course for the badminton community it's a little bit sad that he's not playing those tournaments, because we'd like to see him.
Yes, and there's a really staggering statistic with Lin Dan. Since winning the London Olympics, he's entered 16 tournaments, but he's withdrawn from 9 of them. Now, what's going on here, Steen? I missed that. I was looking at the statistics.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong either, but the referee is on court, the deputy referee.
Was it called by the umpire?
I think it was called by Lin Dan. Could be some flashlight.
Ah, yeah, I did notice some flashlights being used earlier. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, and we can see well, I can certainly see the flashlights going off.
Well, that's a sign of a style, that you have to ask the flashlights to be turned off when you're playing.
Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, no flash from the top of the please in the arena. Please turn the flashes off on your cameras and your phones.
Yeah, good rally.
Service over.
But Steen, I want to go back to this point about Lin Dan. 16 tournaments entered since the London Olympics, withdrawn or retired from 9 of those 16. I mean, that is quite staggering, isn't it? I mean, if we don't know about injury problems, but maybe there were. But
it suggests that his physical fitness is not on top when you have to withdraw from that many tournaments. There has also been rumors that he should not be fully recovered from injury up to this tournament. There was reports that he and Li Shuirui in the women's singles were not at their best, and of course Shuirui has already left the tournament.
Yeah, lost in the second round to Sun Yu, who we've just seen in the women's singles. Oh, that's nice.
Played.
Very nice. Now, Steen, on the occasions when Lin Dan did play last year, and I just love watching him play. He's a great player to watch. He's got great charisma. He's a real star quality. But I thought on a number of occasions his opponents were playing the reputation rather than the man.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, Lin Dan is still very, very good. Perhaps he's even the best player still in the circuit, but he's nowhere near his 2008 standards, where he convincingly won the Olympics and no one were even near him. So I think it's up to the players to sort of challenge the player that's showing up on court today. If it's the Lin Dan, the 100% top form Lin Dan, they're going to have a tough time. But if it's not, they cannot afford to give him too many points out of respect, out of not daring to challenge him. And I've been looking forward to this match because I think Kento Momota is one of the players that we have to consider for the future, if not for the now. I mean, he's still very, very good, but I think he will only get better. And has a somewhat similar playing style to Lin Dan. So interesting to see. These short drop shots are very, very efficient. If he can get Lin Dan to move, that would be beneficial for him. And that's...
Yeah, I have another theory as well, though, because I think Kento Momota is a real character by all accounts. I remember prior to the Thomas Cup finals last year, when, of course, Japan won the Thomas Cup for the first time, the men's team competition, he dyed his hair blonde. And, you know, he's a bit of a character. He's not arrogant, but he has belief in his shots and he's willing to go for his shots. And therefore, because he's never played against Lin Dan before, so he's never played Lin Dan at what we know is Lin Dan's best.
He's never been outplayed.
Exactly. So, you know, he may go onto court and not realise the status of the legend and may just go on and say, OK, well, it's my turn now.
Yeah, and in my opinion, at the Thomas Cup, he was the MVP of the Japanese team. He was the most valuable player.
Yeah.
He played that crucial second singles that sort of either gives you a lead or you fall behind 2-1, and he gave them a lead every single time, and that takes something.
Yeah.
That takes some star quality to do that from a little bit of an underdog position.
And look at shots like that. That's what we're talking about, is that he has the full array of shots and he isn't afraid to use them.
Yeah, you're right.
Terrific. But it's interesting, I was reading an article recently and Momota was saying, and I'm going to quote here, to be honest, I actually still find it hard to compete in senior ranks. It's so different, the speed, stamina and many other technical aspects. If I continue to work hard, I know I'll eventually win something. I may still be young, but I certainly need to start winning. So that, to me, him saying I certainly need to start winning is very, very telling. Now, what was your thought?
Yeah,
correct challenge, or?
I didn't actually get a good look at it.
Well, Hawkeye is going to adjudicate for us. No, there's no doubt about that.
Correction. In. Service over. 4-6.
Good challenge from
Play.
Lin Dan.
Yeah, that's well played. That's well played. Get Lin Dan to take that extra step in his
7-4.
short forehand corner. Very, very clever from Kento Momota. And the story that you just read, to me, it says that he has this urge, this impatience that is needed to succeed at a senior level.
Yeah.
You simply got to want this. And some people are saying, oh, it will eventually come. But eventually should be
So it's over
before than later.
Yeah, well, I mean, Lin Dan was world #1 when he was just 20. Peter Gader was world #1 when he was 20. Taufik Hidayat, All England final when he was 17. Second final when he was 18. You know, I posed the question earlier in the week, and I was asking, you know, these great players that I've just mentioned, including Lin Dan, of course, started achieving at a very young age, and we tend not to see that nowadays. But this young man, Momota, I think is one of the players that could actually break the trend and really do something at a young age. He's only 20 now.
Yeah, and we're waiting to see him get it all together in one tournament. We've seen him doing it at Thomas Cup.
Yep.
So could he be the outsider to take the title here? This match will give us a clue.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different for Lin Dan to meet a left-handed player as well, because Lin Dan really likes to get the game going in his forehand side. Whenever he can, he plays the opponent's left corner seen from his own side. But this will actually be the backhand corner of Kento Momota, and interesting to see how many variations he's got from that corner.
It was interesting that they both played against left-handers yesterday as well, isn't it? That must be fairly unusual.
Yeah.
So
that is extremely well played by Kento Momota, and this could spell really a lot of trouble for Lin Dan. That that there's so much attacking going on from this corner. He's not used to that, playing right-handed players. They will normally be stronger in the attack from their backhand side.
Look at that.
9-7.
So of course, one of the many strengths Lin Dan has is the ability to adjust during a match, and it will be interesting to see what he comes up with.
So it's over. 8-9.
Yeah, it wasn't the deepest of clears. It really invited the attacking play from Lin Dan. Oh, missed opportunity, broke the strings of his racket with the attempted kill. Look at that. 2 or 3 strings went there, didn't they?
We can see Lin Dan has got this smash covered. He's seen it once, so it's not going to work one more time. Gave away a big opportunity, but luckily for him, 4 strings broke. So Momota definitely needs to use his cross smash as well from that corner in order to keep the straight smash dangerous. Perhaps even the cross clear, and especially on the side of the court that he's on now, to always keep Lin Dan guessing.
A bit of grip powder on the handle of the racket just makes it handle a little bit tacky so that you can change the grip. And badminton players change their grip for virtually every shot.
So it's over. 10-9.
I like the pace that Momota is playing.
Yeah, but actually also Lin Dan in this rally, his pushes to the back court here were really good, and we know that there's some kind of drift that he's playing with the drift, so it's difficult to control it, but I mean, that's the true mark of the stars, that they're able to control the drift, the conditions better than anyone else.
10-all.
Yeah, across the body, it's a clever smash. Oh, goodness me, that was
11-10, interval.
So Lin Dan has the narrowest of possible advantages at the mid-game interval. Just 1 point in it.
啊，就注意，然后一个是中间，然后让一个弧度起来就好。然后你的球的速度比较硬的，你打之前没办法，你打分下来，你不是这样子。好。自分がしっかり抑えにいければさ、相手絶対ゆっくりになってくるんですよ。そんなこっちはリカバーできるからさ、そこをしっかり抜かれんように、今それでいいよ。今のペースでいいよ。トライよ。まあ。
Kento Momota, Japanese coach.
A very good singles player himself before he changed to both men's doubles and mixed doubles.
Yeah.
$11-10. Play.
Oh, good control on the net.
That's well done.
Good judgment.
Extremely good judgment.
12-10.
I think it's only within the last meter or so that it sort of flies out.
So by that, are you suggesting there's a slight sideways drift as well?
I think there might be. But again, not too significant. I mean, it's not
No.
totally dictating the playing style or the game plan in any way. But, probably a little bit. That corner is definitely exploitable
11,
if you're able to play it as close as we see Kento Momota doing here in the beginning of the first game. Good deception. There's a little bit, tiny deception that shows it's a lift to the backhand corner, and then he changes it in the last minute, and that does the trick.
Ooh, missed it. Challenge.
Yeah, that's in, I think.
Yeah.
The non-challenge is called out.
Does make me laugh, Kento Masuda. He, as the match progresses, he gets nearer and nearer the edge of his seat there. He's a nice chap, though, isn't he? Here we go with Hawkeye. Oh, it was out. Yeah.
Challenge unsuccessful. 12 all. Lindan, 1 challenge remaining.
Now, a shake of the head from Charles Schwanger. He, of course, won the All-England title in 2000. That's out, definitely.
No, really like that cross long backhand from Kento Momota. I think Lindan's most dangerous spot at this point of his career is his forehand. Virtually impossible to see where he aims the shot, but the backhand side is more human.
13 all.
The attack is not as dangerous from that side as the forehand.
That was good. Yeah, good judgment.
So it's over 14-13.
Yeah, very good judgment. Missed it.
So it's over 14.
But you like that attempt?
Yes. It could also have gone straight down in Lindan's backhand side. I probably would have preferred that, but yeah, I would have preferred that because his returns are a little bit more limited in his backhand side defense than his forehand side, and his reach is extremely well. He reaches extremely well in his forehand side, can throw himself, and you have to put it really close to the lines, and then this happens. that you make some mistakes where you actually were the favorite to win the rally. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Once again, next rally, having made the error on the cross court smash, then making it count.
Yeah, and that's also the mark of a true star, that when you make a mistake doing one shot, you tend to, as a normal player, you tend to say, oh, I don't want to make that shot anymore. But the true stars, they make it, they just make it a little bit better.
Net shot from Lindan. He apologises for the net cord.
And right now, I think I'll go with Lindan here in the first game, because I think Momota has actually played really, really well, but it's still 15-all, and I think Lindan is able to raise his game a little bit here towards the end of the game.
Well, I think he knew as soon as he played the shot, because his whole body movement really was urging the shuttle over. Look at that, yeah.
And it's a bad chance. He didn't really... I understand why he did it, because he wanted Lindan to run the long distance, but the risk is too big.
So no need to play it that tight.
No, but then again, if he succeeded, I would have praised him. So
yeah, I know.
It's always easier to sit up here.
Yeah, but once again, there is net shot. He had the courage. He again gave it a bit of air to try and get it as tight as possible to the net. Look at this. Yeah. This time he makes it.
Yeah, he wants to get Lindan to take the last step, and that's really clever tactics.
Yeah.
Because Lindan prefers to stand in the middle of the corner, getting the opponent to move, using his excellent technique.
Oh,
like that, for instance.
17-60.
Good pace in that rally.
Yeah,
17.
Lindan was hesitative at the sideline. I think he got it out of his rhythm. Probably one of the best rallies we've seen in the men's singles tournament so far.
Yeah. Evenly poised. 24 minutes this opening game has been in progress. And it's 17-all.
Totally missed hit.
Yeah.
18-17.
I think it's important for Momota that he still dares to play some clears here towards the conclusion of the first game.
So it's over 18 all.
This is either man's for the taking. There he is. He's right on the edge of his seat. Arm gestures. Probably the right shot to try,
18.
but how costly could that error be?
I think it was forced by Lindan. He was playing so clever, so challenging Kento Momota to try and win this rally. Good thing for Momota to use the backhand corner, the long backhand corner, and Dan's long backhand corner and his short forehand corner, but Dan sort of prevents him from using that diagonal efficiently.
He doesn't want to be playing it to the forehand, as you were mentioning earlier. Flat right into the hitting zone of Lindan. But I take your point, Steen, that in a way that was forced by Lindan because he gave his opponent no angles to work with, and he was trying to force an angle, Momota. But here we are, 2 game point opportunities for Lindan. Slided in. First time of asking in the opening game, 21-18.
First game won by Lindan, 21-18.
Clearly in. 28 minutes of play. An excellent opening game. But game number 1 for the number 5 seed and 5-time former champion Lindan in China. Well, while we wait for both players to return to court, I can bring you right up to date with news of Ratchanok Intanon, and it's very good news, I'm delighted to say, is that my fears that perhaps she'd injured her Achilles or torn a calf muscle, it appears that she had severe calf muscle cramp and that she has managed to recover and is actually walking about at the moment, so having been wheeled off court. And for all badminton fans, not just Ratchanok Intanon fans, that is wonderful news, because I thought that looked very serious indeed.
Second game. Level. Play.
Yeah.
Wild.
Now, of course,
love.
we know what a good front runner Lindan is. And you made the point, Steen, that Kento Momota had played so well in that opening game, but he's got nothing from it. So, psychologically, it's very, very tough for the youngster now.
And he's on the more difficult side because he can't push his shots to the backcourt as much as Lindan can now. So I think he's going to be chased around the court. Of course, the key still is to play the diagonal from the short forehand to Lindan's long backhand. But he needs to be much more disciplined in doing it, and he needs to open up Lindan's defense. He cannot hit at his forehand all the time because it's closed. Lindan has read it and has covered it and sort of taking the measures to prevent points from being scored there.
That was clever from Lindan. Not full power on the smash. Yeah, it's actually sometimes easier to defend a full power smash because you can feed off your opponent's power in your block return.
And also it's important that Lindan doesn't get out of balance with these type of smashes, so he's more ready for the next shot.
Low.
Fantastic pictures. Lindan is standing in the middle of the corner, in the middle of the court, directing the shots, waiting for the opportunity. I think Momota's up for a lesson right now.
He's beginning to ooze confidence, isn't he, Lindan?
Yeah. And this is so difficult because you can't see whether he hits it straight long or cross short.
Wide. Oh, 6 love.
6 love.
Well, if you count the 3 straight points at the end of the opening game, plus these 6 points, it's 9 straight points. Oh, that's nice.
So it's over. 1-6.
Down the line.
So it's
I try to
over.
notice
7
back home
1.
how little Lindan moves away from the center of the court.
Yeah.
Very, very economic in his movements, letting his excellent shuttle control do the trick.
Oh, he's at a canter now, is Lindan.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on to court number 2, the men's singles quarterfinal. Officials led by umpire Kento Momota of England.
Talk about guessing right.
And our players, number 1 seed from China, Junior.
So it's over. 2-8.
Of course, when you lost the first game and are behind 8-1 in the second, it's time to try something new, and perhaps Momota has a plan of clearing Lindan down, but I don't see that has any chance of succeeding. Definitely Lindan is not going to make a lot more of those easy drop shot mistakes.
Rally. I think this is probably the longest rally of the match. Well, Momota, in the early stages of that rally, managed to do exactly as you suggested, Steen. Kept it down the Lindan backhand side. As soon as he's a little bit lazy, plays that high backhand himself, Momota, plays it up to the Lindan forehand, he's in trouble.
He takes over Lindan, and I think this rally was actually a statement, because he was leading 8-2 and had a game in the bag, so he could have taken it easier, but this was a statement that, hey, you're not going to get through with this.
Yeah.
So it's over. 3-9.
Well, I think Momota has won a number of shots, hitting a drop and bringing Lindan forward on the forehand side. It's more difficult for any player to lunge on the forehand side, but I've been really noticing today Lindan is a little bit slow to get to that forehand net.
And he's been like that for like 1.5 years or so. The problem is that you need to be really disciplined in order to have a chance to exploit it.
Oh, cool. It was a loose drop shot from Lindan. And that kill from Momota was clearly in. Yep. I think Lindan initially was thinking of challenging that. In my opinion, that would have been a waste. Thank goodness he didn't.
He's only got one left, right?
Yeah, that's right. His first challenge was successful. So he kept his 2 challenges and made another challenge and got it wrong. So you're right, only one left.
Look how close he is of getting that back. Lindan, excellent touch in his forehand. Defense.
Oh, this is a good little spell from Momota. Five of the last 6 points. Missed off balance.
Service over.
He was never in position to play any sort of winner there.
But he knows that it has to be so close to the line, otherwise Lindan just picks it up. And I think he's attacked far too much to the forehand side of Lindan. He hasn't really challenged his backhand side. He's only done it from his own backhand side, and he's been unsuccessful, making a couple of mistakes. He needs to put more pressure on the backhand defense of Lindan. Let's see if he can get the attack. Oh,
Service over.
what a pity.
Yeah, it was great disguise, wasn't it?
When he leaps in that forehand, Lindan, you can simply not see what kind of shot is coming. Even though it looked as if Momota was really closer, if he could pass the net. I'm thinking maybe that long rally we talked about, maybe it wasn't such a bad investment from Momota anyway. He's been in control since then.
Yeah.
2-8 to 2-9, and now it's 8-10. That's better.
Golden opportunity missed. Well, it really didn't have to be that close. Really only had to be over and in because he was ready and waiting at the net, Momota. But a 3-point advantage for Lindan here in the second game, having already taken the first.
Play.
It's gone long.
12-8.
It's not unknown for Lindan to really play intensely for 5, 6, 7 points and then just take a little bit of a breather for the next 3 or 4 points, and then real intensity again for another 5, 6, 7 points. And because he's always intense for more points than he's taking a bit of a break for, that's how he wins matches.
Yeah, and like we saw in the first game, staying with the opponent until it gets close, then using his superior experience and mental strength and his technical skills, and just kicking it up one gear when it matters the most.
Yeah.
2 points, 2 good points here coming out of the break. I like that steep smash from Lindan's backhand side. He's got that back into his game. It was gone for a while, making him too undangerous from his backhand side. But that's not the case anymore.
It's another long rally, isn't it?
Yeah.
Overdone it. Well, it's Momota that's running out of patience.
And he's not got the same kind of control on the cross shots from his backhand side as he's got from his forehand side, Momota. Too many errors in that direction.
Well, 41 shots in that rally. And both players will be feeling the pace of that. It's gone wide.
So it's over 9-14. So it's over 15-9.
Well, that was much closer, but close isn't good enough.
I was thinking, could he take a challenge on that one? No.
No, it was definitely wide. Look at Kento Momota. Yeah.
I think he hit it a little bit softer than the other shots we've seen from that position, and that's a good idea because the speed doesn't really matter. It's all about accuracy.
That's dangerous.
You're in trouble.
Yeah. As soon as Momota turned to play that high backhand, this one here,
No,
which
it's
back to the net,
Yeah.
up to the Lindan forehand.
So it's over 10-16.
He was just standing there waiting for it.
Yeah.
17-10.
So good at reading what possibilities does my opponent have.
Yeah. Well, those long rallies and the theory that we pondered and discussed about whether the long rallies were going to hurt Lindan, I think they've hurt Momota at the moment.
So it's over
Perhaps we played 2 long matches.
11-17.
Wednesday and Thursday, so he might be feeling a little tired as well. And of course, when you're playing Lindan, you get to run a lot because you can't really move early, because that's a good smash. Because it's so impossible to see where his shots is going. There's such deception on almost all of his shots, so a lot of the time you simply kept guessing.
It's a great lift. Trouble.
Very patient play from Lindan.
Yep.
After that cross smash, he was just starting all over again.
Yeah, this is the cross smash you're talking about. So, okay, didn't work.
Yeah.
Let's start again. Build
Beautiful.
the rally.
Beautiful. Exactly how it should be done.
So it's over. 13,
High lifts,
18.
high clears to Lindan's backhand side is the solution. He's unable to break it and use his steep smashes, and you can cover the defense. At least if you can't cover the defense, you're going to lose anyway. So, so high lift to the backhand side, and then look for the opportunity to put pressure on his short forehand side. Can't remember how long it's been since Momota has won a smash attack to Lindan's forehand side. It was in the beginning of the first game. Since then, it's been closed.
14, 18.
Going wide.
15, 18.
Well, only 3 points the deficit, and you feel that 3 points can be closed down, well, you do normally, but when you're playing against Lindan.
I was just thinking, is he actually making a comeback, or is it just garbage time? Garbage time where the match is decided and you get some easy points.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great shot. And if you can use that shot a little bit more, then the smash towards Lindan's forehand side might open up again. Because now he has to cover two different corners.
Oh, that was precision on that drop shot. Wonderful. Oh, that's cool. Good. There's a challenge here from
Kento Momota challenges called in.
It looked long, but I think there might be a chance that it just
with the drift
caught the line.
Yeah. Well, I thought it looked long too. But then an awful lot of our reaction is by the way the player hits the shot. You just get that sense of whether it's going to be in or not, rather than following the line of the shuttle. Here we go.
It's in.
Off.
Challenge unsuccessful. Service over, 19-16. Kento Momota, one challenge remaining. Play.
Well played.
Did well in that rally with the 20-year-old.
17-19.
And he had the smash to the backhand side of Lindan and was covered pretty easily, but needs to do that. Needs to have variation in his game.
Almost pushed it wide. Oh no, it's landed in. Goodness me.
19.
Now there's just 1 point in it. Oh, good net shot. The tide spinning net shot forced the lift.
20,
and Lindan getting
match
behind
point,
it.
18.
Look at that. Look how that shuttle upside down as it crossed over the net. So now 2 match point opportunities for Lindan. This wide.
19-20.
Well, when you consider that Momota was 8-1 and 9-2 down in this second game, I didn't think at that stage we'd have such an exciting, close second game here. Good block. Super shot. Oh, it's gone wide. And second time of asking. Lindan converts. 21-18, 21-19. In a match just 3 minutes shy, 2 minutes shy of the hour mark.
Match won by Lindan, 21-18, 21-19.
So their confirmation, the 21-18, 21-19. And in fact, the match clock has ticked over another minute. So just 1 minute shy of the hour mark. What an excellent men's singles quarter-final. Well, it always takes 2 players to make a great match, but as I was saying, at a 9-2 in the second game, I didn't think that we would have such a close second, but my goodness, what an entertaining match it turned out to be. So Lin Dan safely through to the semi-final. We don't yet know who he will play, but as you can see, Chen Long, the current world champion, is 1 game to the good against Chao Tian Chen of Chinese Taipei. So we return now to women's singles, and Saina Nehwal, the number 3 seed from India, today appearing in her 6th consecutive quarter-final at the All England, up against the former champion Wang Yihan, the number 5 seed from China. Wang Yihan, Asian Games gold medalist, former world champion, Olympic silver medalist, and Saina Nehwal is the Olympic bronze medalist. So Saina Nehwal, the number 3 seed, the 24-year-old from Haryana in